Hey, so I know the reason why you're here with me today is because you want to learn more about how can you increase your employee engagement. And good job, way to go. I'm so glad that you want that because you know what? If your people aren't engaged, it's going to be really hard to get the things done, and I certainly have read all the reports. I've seen all the statistics. I've talked to plenty of clients who are saying, oh my gosh, I want my people to be more innovative. I want them to be more productive. I want them to be more efficient, right? So if that's resonating with you and you're thinking, yes, Jen, please, can we get more of that? Awesome. Make sure you send me a message. Let's talk about some of the training and stuff that I can do to help you with that. All right. So just get in touch. But here's the thing too, is that if you are really recognizing, I need my people to be more engaged. What am I going to do about it? Here's something that I want to share with you a concept around really increasing the soft skills, and that's going to make a big difference. In particular, I want to talk to you about kindness and compassion. And here's the reason why, is that, again, through all of our research and the stuff that we're doing when we're looking at companies and the leaders who are killing it, who are really getting their people to do stuff, they themselves as leaders are showing more kindness, but also they are helping their employees to do better with their kindness as well. And so one of the things that we offer inside of Moving Forward Solutions, we have a product that is called Career Marks. And it is an online training process where people go through and they learn all about how to hit the mark in their career. So what this does is it helps people today in your company to learn how to thrive and to really enable them today. So one of the things that we talk about inside of Career Marks is really leaning into kindness and compassion. And we give you some different lessons and different trainings on how to do that. And it's so fun to have that inside of our training because again and again over the years, we've heard so many managers realize that it's not just about time management and how do we use these little blocks of time or whatnot to get people to be more innovative or to get people to be more efficient. There's this whole foundational undercurrent, if you will, around if you really want your people to be more innovative, to be more productive and efficient, etc., there's something about the whole human, about the whole person. We've got to lean into that. And so that's what we're going to be talking more about here in this show today. And today's show is brought to you by Crayola markers, not officially, unofficially. So recently I was out with my little 7-year-old and she found these really cute Crayola markers that are all the colors of kindness. And when she picked them up, I'm like, oh, those are cute. Those are really great pastel colors. That's super fun. So we threw it in the shopping cart. And when we got home, whenever she was coloring with it, and I stopped and I was sitting with her at the kitchen table and I was looking at them like, oh, what are these adorable colors of kindness? These are so cute. And they're fun colors. Like this one right here is kind of like a neon green. And the name of this, the color is Granny Smith Apple, right? Who's got that cool job of coming up with colors? But for this, for Crayola, for this color of kindness, this is about being kind to the core, right? Super cute core apple, right? Here's another one that says breathe deep. And this color is like a really beautiful turquoise blue. Just breathing deep, right? Just breathing in goodness. Here's a light lavender color that the name of this is sky's the limit, right? You just think about like, oh, we can do good and we can be kind to each other and that there's no limit. There's no limit to kindness. Here's one that's kind of a fun light peach color and it's called warm and fuzzy. Isn't that cute? Like think of like a fuzz on a peach. I love peaches. So like how come and fuzzier, kinder to people. This one right here is a really pretty salmon color. And this one is called Go with the Flow. And you think about like salmon in the river. And then I like this one too. It's an oatmeal color. And this one is called A Warm Hug. Now, I'm not going to encourage you to go hug your people, okay? and just keeping this all HR appropriate, right? However, what I'm getting at is these colors are really fun, but in particular, I've got a few of them, but I'm going to elaborate on these. And this is going to kind of give you some ideas when you're thinking about kindness for yourself and with your employees. So the first one that I want to cover here is called peace of mind. And let me make sure I'm pulling out the right one here. So peace of mind. Okay, here it is. And it's this really kind of light mint, they call it cool mint color. And so when you're thinking about peace of mind, here's the deal, you guys, is you are finding that your people are not being kind to each other, that they're struggling with really connecting. If that's happening again and again, your people, they're experiencing some major stress inside of their own lives. So they don't have peace of mind for themselves. Newsflash, they're not going to give it to anybody else. It just ain't going to happen. All right. And so you want to think about what can you do to help people to have more peace of mind, because as they're peaceful for themselves, then they can be peaceful for other people. And you might be thinking, well, can't they just be nice even if they're like, not being nice themselves? Think about it in your own life, you guys. If you are struggling, if you are emotionally not doing well, it's really hard to be available for other people. Okay. So for anybody out there who has kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here I'm talking about my 7-year-old's markers. If I am cranky, tired, hungry, not happy about the 7,003 things that are on my to-do list, I am really completely unavailable to be kind to my 7-year-old. And that sucks to admit it, but it's true. And you know what? Sometimes I have to put myself in timeout and be like, whoa, okay, mom is not doing well. I'm going to go take a little bit of time out and I'm going to get myself in the right place. That allows me to literally have some peace of mind. And people can do that for themselves too. And then I start coming back to, okay, where am I at? What's going on? So it's the same thing for the employees. It's like an employee might be having all this backlash and just throwing negativity at other people. And it's like, whoa, time out. What is going on? So just encourage your people to stop and recognize when they're doing that. Because then from there, you can for sure start to recognize, oh, okay, if they're not having peace of mind with themselves and their own stresses and their own anxieties and things like that, then they are not going to be able to be kind to other people too. So just think about that. All right. And kind of like compare it to what the flight attendants often tell us, put your mask on first before you go and you help other people. So it's the same thing. They need to take care of themselves before they can take care of other people. And so whatever that is, be it a meditation app, going for a walk, whatever it is. All right. So the next one I want to talk to you about is this combination here of Hello Sunshine. It's this really fun color here. It's called Cray Yellow, but it's like the crayon color of yellow. So it's almost, I don't know, maybe it's just a bright yellow. So there's that one, a combination of that one, plus Nurture Nature. And this color, they call it Orchid on here. I kind of look at it as like a rose pink, but you put these two colors together. And so I want you to think about, to increase that kindness and compassion, I want you to think about encouraging your people to enjoy the season. So it doesn't matter if it's in the middle of spring or summer or winter or whatever, get them to connect with nature and the elements. It's a really wonderful way to help people to have that healthy way of saying, okay, what's something I can do for myself that can actually allow me to be kinder and more compassionate to other people. And connecting with earth is a wonderful, wonderful way to do that. It's literally mood boosting. There's too many examples in research that show how getting outside, going for a walk, even just sitting outside and getting some sunshine on your face, how that can make a huge difference to just boost your mood. And so encourage your people to do that. And that's going to in turn help them to be more ready and available to be kind. And they can go do that even if they're feeling kind of cranky. Just be like, hey, you know what? Why don't you go take a half an hour, take 10 minutes even. Just go outside, let's go get some sunshine, go for a walk around the block, right? Or if you're in a one-on-one meeting with them, do that with them. But let's go for a walk. Let's go move our body. All right. And then that way it can help you with looking at what can you do to connect with nature in a really healthy way. And it's going to help people to feel better. And in turn, that is going to make a difference for them to be kind to other people. And then this other one I want to share with you, this color is called wisteria. And so it's kind of this, pinkish lavender color, but this one is all about best buddies. And I love this one because if your people have a friend at work, they are going to be kinder. Okay. If they feel that they are connected with their coworkers, they are going to have more compassion. It's absolutely going to show up. And so one thing that you can do as a manager is you can ask your people in a one-on-one meeting to say, hey, who's your best friend here at work? Do you have a friend here at work? And you might think, well, I already know because I see who they go to lunch with. Okay. Or whatever. But maybe they're just going to lunch, but they're not necessarily friends. And so don't assume that you know who they are. Okay. Don't assume who their friends are. Instead, ask the question. Instead, say, hey, do you have a friend? Who is that friend? Do you feel like people are friendly toward you? Don't do this in a public situation, right? Do it in a private one-on-one conversation. And then that way you can start to find out, oh, they do have friends, they don't have friends. And then from there, you can start to engineer some opportunities for people to build friendships. For example, one thing I think is very powerful are service projects. Send your people out to go do something in the community or even doing something internally. Like to me, a service project is somebody is heading up a book club. Or they're heading up some kind of resource group inside of the company or whatnot. And so that is service to each other. And when we are of service to people, woo, it sure makes a difference for people to in turn get over their drama and their stuff and start to have ways to show forth that love in an HR appropriate way towards really encouraging kindness and more compassion. And so find out who are their friends, right? Who are their little wisteria colored best buddies here in our colors of kindness. I mean, this is just so adorable. I love this stuff. And so as we're pulling this together today, I just want to remind you that kindness and compassion are the glue that holds all of us together. And sometimes it's harder to be kind to people that we spend a lot of time with. If any of you have been kind to a complete stranger and then turned around and yelled at a family member, you know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? Because we can be kind, we can hold it together, we can do that for other people that we don't know. Sometimes it's harder for the people that we do know that we're spending a lot of time with. And they're in your work groups and your teams, they're spending a lot of time together, even if they're not physically together in the same office. There's still a lot of time spent together. So do what you can to help encourage that kindness. I want to share with you the definition of kindness. It is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. So friendly, generous, and considerate. Okay. And when I'm talking about generous, I'm not talking about encouraging your employees to give all their money to somebody, right? Or to do all their work for them. That's not what I'm talking about. But could we maybe be generous with those heart feels, with the, hey, I want to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Right. So when you start doing that and you create this environment where people really are connecting and loving on each other, again, in an HR appropriate way, but what happens is that they start getting along better. They start listening to each other better. They start communicating better. And in turn, you know what's going to happen. There is going to be more engagement. There's going to be more innovation. There's going to be more productivity and efficiency because people are going to be working closer together. So do what you can to bring this to light for your people to really lean into how they can thrive at work. And that's why, again, we have our great program called Career Marks that can help your people today. So if that's something that resonates with you and you're thinking, all right, I need some serious, specific, targeted training to help my people with making this happen, then get in touch, send me a message, and we can help you out with that. And I want to finish up with a great quote from Mark Twain. He says, "Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see." So what is it? It's that thing that is just a feeling. It's a deeper emotion. So do what you can as a leader to help foster that and to make a difference. And from that, you will absolutely see that you're going to have increased employee engagement. It's going to lead to all those wonderful, amazing, all those goals and those projects getting completed that you want to have completed for you and for your team, because you are absolutely worth it as a leader, and so are your people. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's Top Leaders. You guys have a great day. Go out there and be kind and enjoy those colors of kindness.